This next hunt is very exciting for me. The Bringing It Home song was written by a good buddy of mine, Paul Bogart, and he's here all the way up from Nashville on my farm in Missouri hunting whitetail deer. We're going to have some fun.
It is a beautiful morning here in northern Missouri. It's cold. It's below freezing. We're sitting here on a food plot with wheat and turnips. Callie and Annetta have they've invested lots of time, lots of work, energy, and effort and funds into these food plots, and they are holding the deer. We've already had deer in the food plot this morning. It's turned out to be a pretty good set here, so we'll see if a big boy walks by this morning.
Yeah. He's down.
Golly, what a stud, what a stud. Golly, what a morning. Hey, first morning right here over this food plot. We've had bucks and does running around. I hate it that it's over. I can't. Callie said all along, he said, this is the time to be up here. This week, right now, this week, their bucks are just starting to chase. Holy smokes. This little spike buck came in, this doe, took out across there, and Callie's like, right here, there's a shooter. What a stud he is. Holy cow. There's another buck walking right there. What a cool buck. When we stopped, I thought we were busted because he was right behind this tree. He just looked up here at you. Golly. That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Lord. Holy smokes. Holy cow. When he was tearing down through that draw, headed over there to his expiration point, he looked big and wide. He looked like he was going to be fancy on my wall in Tennessee. Well, because I smoked him, Callie. See?
Hey, I'm proud of your shooting.
I know, man.
Dang.
I don't mess around.
That was death.
What do you think of that, man? That's all right. Thank you.
No problem, dude.
That's awesome.
That's great.
What a buck. You weren't kidding, man. Callie said that he had a bunch of good bucks on camera this year, and he was not joking. This guy came in, and he said, there's a shooter, right? We were watching a spike buck chase around a couple of does.
Grunting like crazy.
Yeah. And he said, there, get your bow, there's a shooter coming. You weren't kidding.
No. I tell you, I
That's
got
awesome.
a little nervous, Paul. I got a bad habit when the hunter, and I'm running camera, he draws his bow and grunts, and the buck doesn't stop. A lot of guys that I hunt with, they don't grunt loud enough to stop the deer stone cold in their track.
Yeah.
So you saw, or you heard, right behind yours was me stopping him stone cold.
Right.
But he stopped behind a tree, and I was like, oh no, I made a mistake. But
Well, he cooperated, though.
come right out, and you stopped him and put an arrow right through his side. Perfect. Perfect shot.
Just one of those mornings it was supposed to happen.
It was great.
It was great.
Well, that was a fast hunt in northern Missouri. I love hunting early season rut and bucks. Let's talk about why Paul's hunt was so successful. The first thing I tell everyone is to make sure you use a lot of scent spray, especially odorless scent spray, on the bottom of your feet, from your kneecaps down, but really cover the bottom of the soles of your shoes really well. That way when the deer cross your scent line, they're not going to stop and get all spooky and nervous and run away. They just go right over it. The second thing is, don't be afraid to build the mock scrapes. I build a lot of mock scrapes, especially in areas where I have stands that I know 2, 3, 4 different bucks are coming and scraping. So I placed a mock scrape exactly right where I wanted Paul to shoot, and it's very simple to do. You take a rake and you scrape the leaves and the grass and the debris off the ground until you expose the dirt. A good buddy of mine, Paul Fountain in Iowa, taught me that, and ever since then I use it as much as I can. The third thing is, when a buck's coming by and he's in your shooting lane and you grunt loud enough that you stop the deer. If he's moving around and he's making noise and you grunt real soft, he's not going to stop. So grunt like you got a pair. Make him stop and look around. So if you study these 3 strategies, make sure you spray the bottom of your feet with an odorless scent spray. Don't be afraid to use a mock scrape in your shooting lanes, and grunt loud enough to stop the deer. If you try these 3 strategies, I know it's going to make you more successful deer hunting. Folks, thanks for being with us today on the 15-Yard Files.
Where you can't see the forest for all the cottonwood trees. My little humble abode sits back in a hole where nothing don't bother me. And in the spring of the year when the big birds strut, you can bet I'm gonna call. I'll be hunting tom turkeys and eating deer jerky that we killed back in the fall. I got a blonde-haired, green-eyed eyed beauty queen. She knows how to treat me right, and she's been known